Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm like, that's so entertaining for you guys, I'm sure. Like, you can hear the running monologue going on in my head. Can you believe it? There's people out there who don't hear things in their head? Like, they don't have an inner narrator. I'm like, really? For real? Wow. I'm white. No, we cannot listen to Green Day right now. My phone on my Pandora legit will grab and then it'll scroll in an opposite direction from me and then it'll highlight on a station. It's like, I don't know what that is. Like, is that part of the programming? Here, let me help you. It's a little creepy. What the hell is... Don't get me in trouble with the music. Keep getting tagged. I could pause it. Yeah, I could pause it. I'm such a spaz. I have tried to do... There it is. I've actually come on here and tried to do videos a couple times this week. It just wasn't feeling it, man. Just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. It's like reading for the collective is difficult because it's just a very small group that ends up seeing most of them. Alrighty. What should we start out with today? Main energies, some messages, and what the attitude is like right now. It's kind of what I feel like this is, like the collective's attitude. It's life, you don't figure it out, you just climb up on the beast and ride. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would be doing it. The hard is what makes it great. There's no crying in baseball. That's funny. Oh, yeah, let's do the runes and dice first. What else we got going on? We got 7. We got the sun. We got the sun. And we got Scorpio. Well, you know, summertime is not just the awakening of the goddess. It's also the rebirth of the sun god, or him coming into their youth phase. Like, you know, you have Mother Maiden Crone. In men, it's the youth, the warrior, and the sage. We got intuition. We got the rings of communication. And we got the sun again. Definitely things coming out into the light, into the sun. Energy coming out. Let's see. Ancestors and generations. 2 here. Aha. Ancestors and generations. A mountain of strength. I like that. Those are beautiful together. Hmm? Alrighty. Alright. So we got the child I was meant to be, anger in chains, and calling the storm. And I don't know, I'm just getting the kind of shadow image of, and most of us are inner, the real shadow you're battling is a wounded inner child. This is, I'm kind of getting the energy of, you've kind of, instead of incorporating this childlike aspect into yourself more, you might have chained it up, and it's a little bit time to unchain that, right? That childlike, that inner child is a part that you need. You're not supposed to eradicate your ego. You need your ego to survive. You're not supposed to eradicate your shadow. Your shadow is something deep within you, that it's a survival instinct, right? Definitely got a lot of towers going on. I feel like the universe is doing a lot of flipping around, reshuffling, if you will, which does happen when you've got some people changing cycles, changing behavioral patterns. Sorry for all the tapping. I know it's loud there, just, I don't know why I have to do it. Alright. So what is the main dynamic going on? The main storyline, like I said, when this comes to these collective readings, this could be you, this could be someone around you. This is just a similar storyline that is creating the most amount of manifesting energy, if that makes any sense, right? It's kind of like those TV shows, right, where it follows different characters, like, I don't know, Downton Abbey and Bridgerton and shit like that, right? They follow multiple different characters. So every now and then you pick up a different storyline, and that's the storyline that everybody's kind of focused on. That's kind of how my collective readings are, right? We got the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D. Now the 3D is kind of what people post to be. It's kind of the gossip chain. It's the 3D, the physical reality of what's going on, right? Which could be a lot of bullshit when it comes to people, right? The 4D is what's on people's minds, what's on the telepathic connections, things like that, right? What people are focused on. And then the 5D is messages from the 5D. So, alright, higher dimensions, you want to say angels, aliens, whatever it is that you think you're tapped into and tuning into, downloaded messages, that's the 5D, right? And everything else exists within those spectrums. Alrighty, so we definitely have a defensive, I don't want to say defensive. It's 9 of Pentacles, right? So we definitely have a divine feminine figure here, because it's all females across the bottom row here, mostly across the middle row as well. So there's definitely a focus on a divine feminine. Someone who's coming off as focused on the past, right? And kind of moving in a way of, I'll never let this happen again, I'll never let that happen again type of energy, right? That's the focus I'm seeing, right? There's definitely a lot. And now this is also on the 3D. So what is the main story right now? right? Main story right now, the main distraction is the oppression of women. So that is a lot of the energy that's just being kicked up and stirred around right now on the 3D, right? This is a rite of passage that's going on. There's definitely a lot of things to be moved on from. What? Are you going to continue to engage in toxic discussions, behaviors, arguments, right? It's your choice on whether you want to engage in that kind of stuff or not, or you can move on from it. I feel like this has a lot to do with, just timeline closing. Right? So you can focus on moving on from that kind of energy. There's definitely this Two of Cups energy on the 3D that is noticeable. It's something that is causing conflicts as well. Right? On the 4D, and this is what I'm saying because I picked that up. It's a matter of, I feel like people definitely are casting this thought pattern of this feminine is just stuck living in the past, right? Stuck living in the past. Right? And that's not the energy at all. It's not that she's stuck living in the past. It's what? Those are the sticks to which my wall is built, right? And the reason I had to build this wall is because I needed help setting a healthy boundary, right? I get it a lot because I used to be very empathic, right? I know I keep saying I. But I definitely have been picking up this energy lately, and it's definitely something that I get accused of a lot. It's always, you're living in the past, that's why you can't manifest, You don't want to nurture these connections, you're not really listening to your intuition, you're using your past to cast shady judgments on people and to start and stir up bullshit. And it's like, no. No. What? There was healthy boundaries set. And there's a reason that they need to be constantly reminded of why these healthy boundaries were set. Because if given an inch, these people will take a mile. Right? If I let them remove one stick of what that wall is built out of, right? One more brick in the wall. I also say, too, that a lot of times when people do things like this, people are stuck on those kind of patterns. It tends to kind of be the people who push the most for you to let go of the past. Let go of the past. You're always living in the past. You ever notice it's always the most shitty person that says that shit? Right? It's the person who's done the most bullshit to you that wants you to forget about living in the past. And it's like, you're always living in the past. And it's like, no, you want me to be like that person from the past. You want me to be like that person from the past because that person from the past saved your ass every time. That person from the past forgave every time. That person let it go every time. And that's what you really want back. You want me to forget that and go back into that pattern, and that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is when I notice that pattern happening, I pull out the stick, right? That's that Nine of Wands energy. It's not any of these that are reversed. It's what? I've built that healthy wall around things that are important to me, right? I'm listening to my divine connections when they say sometimes you need to just bop a person on the head with a stick. What? Bop. We ain't friends no more. We don't talk like that no more. Bop. What? None of your business what I'm doing. What I'm doing. Bop. What? Yeah, it comes off kind of bitchy, but, you know, that just is what it is, and that's the way it has to be. It's the only way to maintain this. What? Not because this person is living in the past, but because they've learned that this is the only way to keep the past in the past. Because if they remove a stick, the past will come back up. Whew. All right. So definitely we got the Scorpio card up here too as well. Big energy. It's kind of funny. Alright. So, this is definitely the big energy card, right? Usually. So, we definitely got a lot of passion, a lot of transformation, a lot of things like that going on, right? I even get with the Stonehenge and everything else like that, it's like this is something... Yeah, these are transformations that are essential to, yeah, I guess, the evolution of the human spirit, or however you want to try to talk about what we're doing actually by volunteering for these waves, right? It's a ton of transformational energy happening right now. Definitely, it comes off in a lustful type of way. That just is how it comes in. It's definitely a... I don't want to say forceful energy. You got the sun that's in there with this card as well too, and I'm just getting, you know, we had the 2 double suns up there as well, and it's almost like, yeah, that's the kind of way it feels, right? It's not like it's a pressure. It's like, yeah, you can feel it in your skin. It's almost like a burning, right? We get the Page of Pentacles next. There's definitely trying to figure out ways to make small moves on the 3D to create some change here. There's been or will be or is going to be or has been a lot of towers for a lot of people for sure, across multiple timelines at this point. But these towers genuinely are essential, right? They're essential to remove certain things from your life, certain people from your life. Whatever chaos, especially if it was completely out of your control, right? That caused whatever divides and separations and things like that, it was essential to put you on a path. It was clearing out karmic cycles so that new cycles can be started again, right? Different cycles, right? And it's not so much that they're different cycles. It's similar storylines. It's just clearing out, yeah. With the child you were meant to be here. I definitely get that too. It's kind of clearing out all the bullshit programming, right? And not so much like... I would say programming, brainwashing and all that, but that's pretty much what it's been. And it's just pretty much an essential of helping a lot of people remember who they were before the world told them who they were supposed to be, right? Before people told you you weren't good enough, before, like, you know, you see it a lot with, like, even little kids, like in school and elementary school and stuff like that. They start out so confident, right, when they're in, like, the early grades, and then at some point, someone gets nasty, right, and calls them ugly or makes fun of them for their hair, or, you know, they start bullying and picking on each other, right? That one kid gets insecure and starts picking on somebody, and it causes this whole little ripple effect, right? And then you got school in general, and the grades and all those things to tell you how smart you are or if you're stupid. And then you go through the whole graduating. Like I said, that whole process of just wearing you down from this being that you were at the beginning, that just radiated light and had fun and a good time and didn't worry about all that, right? Don't be a drama queen about it. Right? Don't be a drama queen about it. It's what I call my drama queen card. Oh, look at all the swords in my back. Look how many times I've been betrayed. Yeah. Right? What am I getting? But did you die? Right? Oh my god, all this crazy shit happened. Yeah. But did you die? Some bullshit, right? Well, let's just for fun. Since this is the Witch's Tower, let's get a spell and a magical symbol to close out. And then I have got a shit ton to do around here today, and I know these kids are gonna wanna go swimming up my butt. We got the full flower moon spell. This invocation honors the season of planting seeds and positive change in your life. When the full moon of May, I can't make it up. When the full moon of May reaches the highest point in the night sky, light one red, one green candle on your kitchen altar. Wind 3 stalks of jasmine and lavender into a crown on top of your head. Holding an apple in each hand, speak this while circling the altar sunwise or clockwise 3 times. Moonflower of light. My bad. Moon of flowers, light the way to change tonight through the power of earth, air, water, and fire. As I bite this fruit of knowledge, I am thus inspired. All possibilities are before me, and so it is. That's just trippy. Bite the fruit of knowledge. I even had it for a second there when I was reading that death card and I was talking about the child that you were meant to be before people started picking on you. I was like, I almost got that cast out of the garden type of energy, right? Alright, let's hold this up for a second. You can screenshot that. Hold on. I'll try to be still. There we go. Alright, get it? Got it? Good. Trippy 2, full moon of May. I love, like, how do they not trip you out, right? How does it not trip you out? It trips me out every time when the cards come in. Here we go. Insight again. Opens the third eye, strengthening your intuition. Get a screenshot of that. Alrighty. Alright, so full moon of May, flowers. That's so crazy. Yeah, 22. Dog's barking at something. Alright. Don't ever let anybody tell you that they are better than you. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all. I'm going to be back just as soon as I can. I promise.